It's 11 p.m. You already ate dinner. You are not hungry. Genuinely, physically, you do not need food. And yet here you are, standing in front of an open fridge, in the dark, considering cheese. You know it's not hunger. You know exactly what you're doing, and you're going to do it anyway. So what is actually happening in there? The answer is that you are being remote controlled by someone who died 50,000 years ago, and they were right. Here's the thing your brain is doing. It is not asking, am I hungry? It's asking a much older question. When is the next time I will find food this good? And for almost all of human history, the honest answer to that question was, maybe never. Your ancestors did not have meals. They had luck. Food came in violent, unpredictable bursts. A kill, a tree suddenly heavy with fruit, a hive full of honey, separated by long stretches of nothing much. There was no fridge. There was no later. If you found something rich in calories, the correct move, the only move, was to eat as much of it as your body could physically hold. So evolution installed a very simple rule in you. When you find something that dense in energy, do not stop. That rule kept your family alive for thousands of generations. It has never been switched off. It is running in you right now, at 11 p.m., in front of a fridge, about to make a decision about cheese. Now here's the part that explains specifically what you crave, because it's never broccoli. There are 3 tastes your brain treats as jackpots, and each one used to mean something urgent: sugar. In the wild, sweet meant one thing: ripe, safe, and packed with fast energy. Sweetness was basically nature's label for, this will not poison you, and it will keep you moving. Almost nothing sweet in nature is deadly, so your brain learned to chase it. Hard. Fat. This one was the real prize. Fat is the most concentrated energy source available, more than double what you get from anything else. Finding a fatty animal wasn't a snack, it was a survival event. Your brain rewards fat the most, because fat was the difference between surviving winter and not. Salt. Your body cannot make it, and it needs it to keep your nerves and muscles working. In the wild, salt was genuinely rare and hard to find, so craving it wasn't gluttony. It was maintenance. So sugar, fat, salt. 3 things that were rare, precious, and almost impossible to overeat. Now think about what's in the fridge you're standing in front of. Because here's what happened. Someone figured this out. Modern processed food isn't food that happens to be tasty. A lot of it is engineered, deliberately combined and tuned so that sugar, fat, and salt hit you together, in ratios that essentially never occur in nature. Think about it. In the wild, you almost never find fat and sugar in the same object. Honey is sweet but not fatty. A fatty animal isn't sweet. Your brain never needed a defense against getting both at once, because it never happened. A donut is sugar and fat, together, in a form no ancestor ever encountered. Chips are fat and salt in a crunch that signals fresh. Ice cream is cold enough to mute the sweetness signal, so you don't register how much sugar you've had until it's gone. This is not a failure of your willpower. This is a survival instinct built for scarcity, walking into a world of infinite abundance and getting completely ambushed. You are not weak. You are simply extremely well optimized for a world that stopped existing about 100 years ago. And here's the cruelest detail of all. You have a very good system for telling you when to start eating. Hunger is loud, insistent, impossible to ignore. Your ancestors needed that. But the signal telling you to stop, that one is slow, quiet, and easy to miss. Because for almost all of human history, stop eating was not a problem your body ever needed to solve. Nobody's ancestors died of eating too much honey. The environment handled the stopping, you ran out. Food ended on its own, so your body never built a strong break, because nothing in the world required one. Now the food doesn't run out. There's always more in the bag, but the break was never installed, because for 10,000 generations, nobody needed it. So when you eat past full and feel confused about why you couldn't stop, there's nothing wrong with your discipline. You're just looking for a brake pedal your species never had a reason to build. But I want to leave you with the part I actually find beautiful about this. That craving you're a little ashamed of at 11 p.m., it's the same craving that made someone 50,000 years ago climb a tree they shouldn't have climbed, to get honey they didn't have to get, so the people they loved could eat that week. It's the same instinct that made someone track an animal for 2 days, so that a child who eventually became your ancestor made it through a winter. That pull you feel toward rich, sweet, fatty things is not a defect that showed up in you. It's an inheritance. It's the exact reason there was ever a you to inherit it. It's just that they were starving, and you're not. They needed it, and you don't. And the instinct can't tell the difference, because nobody ever told it the famine ended. So the next time you're standing in front of that fridge at 11 p.m., feeling like you're failing at something, you're not. You're just carrying a very old, very loyal survival instinct that has no idea it won. Have the cheese. Just know who you're doing it for. If that made you look at your fridge differently, subscribe. There's a new one every week. And tell me in the comments, what's the thing you crave that you can never explain? I've got a theory about most of them. I'm wired, and you're stranger than you think.